Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie all day. So I got a package today. Looks like this, right? Little NedFoss box. I know it's backwards, but you can see what it is. It's NedFoss, and I didn't. I expected the package, but I wasn't ready for how big it was. Now this is the pocket. This is the knife that was in my pocket today, right? It's an artisan cutlery blade. Fits the hand. I can put my fingers on it, right? My pinky catches the end right there. And it's a nice size for what it is. It does pretty damn good. When I opened this and I saw this sweet leather sheath, I was kind of blown away at how big and heavy it was. You look at this, I fit two of those in there. So I took it out of the package and then I was like, wow, look at the size of this thing. It's huge. It's huge. And at first, it's, this is going to be, one of those collector's knives, decorative type knives. Is it going to be a user? And that was my first question. And I know people who love having like a really nice looking knife, something that is going to stand out. Look at that. Look at the scales. Something that's going to stand out in the crowd. This is one of those type things that'll definitely stand out in a crowd, especially for the $30 price range that you're getting it for. And I have to say, this is a whole lot of steel and stuff for $30. It is kind of cool. If you are somebody who likes to collect those knives that just look really nice, even has a pocket clip, so you don't have to wear this if you want. Pocket clip is removable though, so if you only want to wear that, you can do that. But if you're literally one of those people that just loves a knife that looks beautiful and works, we'll find that part out. How was that? Then you would probably love this thing. So if people who are into like the buck 110 style and this and that, having a folding knife, a locking backed folding knife of that style could be pretty interesting. I'm really into these scales. These scales are called Spades Jade. In the light, they are magnificent. I hope it's coming across as that. There's no sunshine outside, but we'll try and take it out of there anyway. They're really sweet. Now, it's called like the Tiger Roar, right? And when you hear Tiger Roar, you see a tiger right there in the bolster, and it's roaring, and it's actually kind of cool looking, right? The combination, though, is a little different. You have a hunter right here and a deer back here, or an elk, and then you have a tiger. So while maybe there's some mismatching there going on, it doesn't really matter because it's really nice looking. It really, really is. And it's big, and look at my hands, right? My hands fit all the way through with plenty of bang room left over where that lanyard hole is. This is a big, thick piece. The blade itself is It's 3.5 inches long in the blade, and the overall length, the grip itself, is almost 5 inches, just under. It's 4.7 inches. So you have a big grip size to go with that blade. Now, is it sharp? Well, let's find out. Yeah. So that's pretty darn sharp. So if you're looking for a $30 razor, that there is a $30 razor. That is absolutely shave sharp. Shave sharp. And I have to say, one good thing about NedFoss is they do a really good job on edge geometry. Now this feels like a hollow grind, and it's not bad. It's decorative everywhere. Like they put a little something into this knife all over the place, and I think they do a pretty good job of it. Honestly, as far as looking, if you are into this kind of knife, a lot of people see a knife like this and you're gonna think, oh great, it's a gas station knife, or oh great, it's just one of those hang on a wall knives, or put in a little display. Could you put this thing in a display? Absolutely. The scales alone would get you there, but can you use it? Now let's see. The lock is actually kind of cool. Look how big it is. It's a big fat lock, and it's just literally a lock back, so it's pressed down. You can see it move right there. Watch it spring. Boop. Connects. Jumps back up. you press it, you decompress it. How thick it is, I'm not sure. That looks like it could be like 3.5, 4 millimeters. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice in the thickness. Let's see. I got a half snap. It's brand spanking new. But I have to say, people who like a good looking knife, and if you're using your knife for a basic EDC, like I just got a package in the mail and I'm going to cut it open, or, you know, I got a bag I got to rip up to shreds or some cardboard to cut up, why can't you use a decorative knife? Honestly, it gets the job done. So let's start with something. I got the NedFoss box, and just boop, it's gonna cut, man. It's because it's so sharp, automatically you know it's gonna start to shred things. Not bad, but we'll take it out and we'll give it a little bit of cutting outside and see how it does. Come on now. So we are about to get hit with some snow, anywhere between 3 and 12 inches. Welcome to New England. They at least keep you informed, but hopefully we'll get enough light to where you could really see these scales. That's one of the areas where this thing really shines. Those scales are beautiful. Now, for a collecting looking knife, I don't know, I want to make sure that I could still cut with it. That's one of the big things. So that's what I'm going to do. It offers a really positive grip. I'll say that's not a knife like you're going to be doing that with. You're not going to be, I mean, of course I am, but because you have a big fat end here, it's just not made for that. So let's see what we can find to cut down here. Hold on, let's set you up. Did I forget to mention that this is 440C? That's the same stuff Gil Hibben used on his real knives, not the United Cutlery knockoff knives. 440C is what Gil Hibben used in his shop on all of his knives. This is a really, really good steel. It's like a mega steel. So let's do a couple 4-foot drops. Whoa, that's gonna be hard because it's so heavy in the rear. There we go. It bites in really well because of that beautiful clip point. It gets down and out. Do a couple hard downwards. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Man, that thing bites in there. That went literally just a little bit past the decoration. That's not so bad. Let's try a push cut on the nylon rope. And I mean, NedFoss always comes sharp. You can't discredit that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are going to talk about budget knife this and budget knife that. But if it's budget knife that works, then it's budget knife that works. Why this camera looks so bright right now, I have no idea, but it really does look bright. Yeah, so this thing is crazy, crazy sharp out of the box. And for a budget piece, I've never seen a $30 knife in 440C. But look at this. Look at this. I'll go try slow so you can actually see that I'm doing something. It's just shaving leather like crazy. It locks up really nice. It's tight. It feels good. This could be a good whittling knife. You know what I mean? If you have a piece of wood sitting around, we'll have to go where there's a better piece of wood. Hold on. All right, that's better. So for woodworking guys who like to do some whittling and whatnot, this could be a really nice knife to whittle with because it's going to do the job. I can't believe it's 440C. And it's going to look good doing it. So if you're into carving things out of wood and making, you know, doing little projects and whatnot, you can take this knife and whittle with it, and it's going to get the job done. You got that clip point so you can get nice little tiny tight areas. Look at this. Look at this. I hope that's coming in because it's so bright. And maybe, who knows, maybe it's just my glasses. No, it's pretty damn bright. It's pretty bright. So let's see. The closer I am, I think the brighter it gets. But it's literally like really, really nice. Man, I wish I knew. I wish I knew what I did to make it so bright. Man, I just knocked a leg off the tripod. All right, so let's do some feathering. Let's do some feathering with this here gut buster. So, can you use it as your additional camp knife? Can you use it as your hunting folder? Absolutely. Anything you can use like a buck 110 style knife for, you're going to be able to use this knife for. I mean, anything. The whittling, I think, is going to be a really, really good side bet. It's going to be just that extra thing that you get to use the knife for. And the fact that when your friends are standing around, they're going to be like, what the hell is that? Because it just looks so wild, you know? But you can, I mean, just use the knife. That's the best part about it. Does it look cool? Sure. If you're into that kind of thing, it's going to look really nice. If you're not into that thing, then they got other choices. So a whole lot of choices out there as far as knives. But if you're looking for something that's going to stand out, and for me, with this knife, it's those scales, man. It's those scales. I know I keep coming back to them, but them scales are sweet. As far as the blade, 440C, really, really sharp. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's shaving the thumbnail really, really nicely. You could, maybe you can see it. There we go. It's thumbnail shaving right there. Super, super sharp. It's better than I thought it was going to be 100% layout honesty, because when I see, like most people, when I see a knife like this, I imagine, I immediately go to, okay, gas station knife, or this is a collectible knife. This is a, one of those display knives. That's exactly what I think. But because of the materials, because of the thickness, the size, and how sturdy it is, I mean, I don't have to change my mind. It does it for me. I can't tell you that, okay, it's bad if they make it good. You know what I mean? If I wanted to say, oh, well, it looks like a display piece, so it's probably not going to be a good knife, I can say that all I want. But, and here's a big but if it proves otherwise, what can you say? What can you say? It just gets it done. I'm going to press a button on this camera and see something happens. Oh, I think that may have helped. Maybe. So, yeah, all right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I might have hit something on accident and changed the way it goes. But you can still get a piece of that. It's a nice looking knife. It's big. It's heavy. It comes with, I'm just looking at the decorative lock bar there. That was kind of cool how when it jumps up, you can see those. I don't know. It's big. It's heavy. It's really nice looking. But the fact that the steel is 440C, that's kind of impressive to me, because a lot of people who will make a knife like this are going to use like the 3CR, 7CR, things like that, 9CR, the 13 MOV type stuff, or they're just going to use 420 or 440. That's it. To have a 440C knife in this style gives me a little hope that, you know what I mean, you can finally have a decorative knife that's going to stand the test of time. 440C is a fantastic steel. Fantastic steel. So that's pretty positive. That's pretty positive indeed. But for $30, these make a great gift, I'll tell you that. I'll put a link down below so you can check it out. Not too shabby right there. Hi, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.